I thought that I would shoot a short little video here on the Waterlux products that I use. This is the gloss and this is the medium sheen. I was getting low on gloss and this was the only size that I could get at a reasonable price. So this was $230 Canadian for 3.79 liters or 1 US gallon. And I got this from Exotic Wood in supply in Burlington, and it was $52 Canadian plus the shipping. So, you know, it's not a cheap product, but it's a great product. And I am a firm believer in these Stoploss bags. So I'm going to show you basically what I do with these and how I use them. And, you know, yeah, just a ton of comments. So I think that it's best that I cover this and do a short little video on it. Now, I do find that these large 1 gallon cans are very hard to pour with. They tend to really make a mess. I do have a funnel, so when you order your Stoploss bags, and I will put links in the description where I get these from, it comes with this kit. And this of course goes on to a funnel such as this, and then you've got your tube that goes on to the top of the Stoploss bag like so. So we're going to do that. I'll show you how I fill these up. I'll show you how I basically get it ready to use and then what I do afterwards. Once you get the lid off, there's going to be a little seal on the top, so you got to get that out. It's also best to blow off the top of the can so you don't get any crud down inside of Stoploss bags either. Just like so. So that removed the top off the Stoploss bag. I'm not going to put the new one on there. I've already got this and I've already blew this out so it's nice and clean. Now you can make a holder that this will sit in. It's basically just a wooden structure like this with a base, and then that way it can hold this, and then you don't have to do this when you're filling it. But you know, I don't typically see a huge need for that, so we're gonna pour it by hand. Okay, hope for the best. So I've got my funnel on the Stoploss bag. Now, man, this is always can be quite challenging to try and do these. And I just hold on to the funnel and the Stoploss bag at the same time. And you don't have to fill it all the way to the top, but you certainly can. A little bit of spillage, not too bad. Certainly want to limit that because it is not cheap, but it is great. It is by far the best finish that I've ever worked with, so I will continue to do so. Now, the important thing with these Stoploss bags is that all of the air gets squeezed out of them. So squeeze up the finish all the way to the top, making sure to get rid of any air bubbles. I'm actually going to flip this around and drop the camera so you guys can see better. I know that you probably should be pouring the can like this, but when you're trying to hit a small little thing, I don't know. I find it very hard to do. I believe you can buy pieces that snap on here so that you don't have this mess, but I guess I'll have to look for those. Okay, so now you can see how much air there is at the top, and again, I could have filled this up more, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you what I do here. Now I squeeze all of the air out, and sometimes you have to take your finger and manipulate it so that it gets all the way to the top. And then once the finish gets all the way to the very top, and you'll be able to see it right there, hopefully the camera is going to see that, just hold pressure on it and tighten it down. Then you can label it. And if you want to, you can put a date on it as well. You know, I've got different finishes in my clean room that I've got about 4 or 5 bags of this stuff. Now I will show you what can go wrong with these bags as they start to get emptied, or as maybe you don't pay enough attention and you don't get the actual liquid all the way to the very top of this. So the other thing that I will do is take this over to my trash can, and so I've wiped it out, and then I'm going to blow compressed air down inside of it to blow any other finish that's out of it into the trash can, and then that way hopefully you're not going to have anything embedded into the surface. There, that will be ready to use next time. Before we move on to the Stoploss bags as they start to get empty, I think I will show you what I do here to preserve this finish. So when you open this can of finish, or any of these cans of finish, you know, the clock's ticking. So this is a product called Finish Preserve, and I got this from Lee Valley. You can also use a product called Bloxygen, which this may be, I'm not sure. And you just spray it down inside of the can. And I think basically what this is nitrogen, and it sits on the top of the surface of the finish that's inside the can, and that prevents oxygen from getting to the finish and curing it. When you've paid $230 for a can of finish, you certainly don't want it to go bad on you. So I highly recommend getting a product like this. And again, I will try to put a link in the description where you can get this as well, but I did get this from Lee Valley. You can get these Stoploss bags at Lee Valley as well, and Artistic Wood Supply in Toronto here in Canada. One of the problems that I've encountered with these, and it's probably more me than it is this product, as the finish gets low in these bags, I find it harder and harder to kind of squeeze up all the finish to the very top, and then, you know, get it all the way to the very top before you put the cap on. And what happens is a lot of cured finish kind of ends up on the inside of the neck of this. So what I do, and you see me use these Dixie cups all the time on my channel, is, and along with that, people think that I'm, you know, eating yogurt in the workshop, but it's actually not. These are lint-free rags. I cut them into, say, 4x4 squares. It doesn't really matter how large they are. And what I'll do is I'll take the cup, take the rag, stick it down inside of the cup. Now inside, and I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick that up or not, but you can see some cured finish. Well, that can transfer. If you were to just pour this out into that cup and then put it on the bowl, then that's going to transfer to the bowl. So what I'll do is dump this out into the rag, essentially filtering out all those large bits. And there you go. That's the remnants of, you know, probably me not getting all of the air out of the Stoploss bag before the top goes on it. So it's very important that you do that, because you don't want that in your work. And you know, I don't throw this rag away. What I will do sometimes here is just kind of fold it up like so. And there you go. All that material is trapped inside of the bag. Then pour this onto the rag and you're in business. That's all you have to do. Now if you have leftover, what I will do is take it to the Stoploss bag, and I know that, you know, you're probably not supposed to return finishes to their container, but with this stuff I certainly will because of the price of it. I mean, I don't really see the harm here. I'm not dipping anything into this. I'm pouring it out of it. And then fold it up Again, doing my best to try and make sure all the bubbles get out, all the air. Once it's all the way to the top, slam the cap on. So anyway, this, you know, I used to lose a ton of finish because I used to just put it in squeeze bottles. And those squeeze bottles were only good for probably about a week max. And then since switching to these, I hardly ever throw out any finish anymore, where I used to throw, you know, a half a liter of finish. If I say went on holidays and came back, and I would even spray the Blockogen on top of it, it would still cure in the container. So, you know, by switching to these has saved me a lot of money. So please, you know, if you do any amount of finishing, and the other thing with this too is the finishes stay fresher in this. So as a finish starts to cure inside the can, it gets really thick. So you don't want that to happen either, because then you can't really apply it effectively on the pieces of wood. And I see that. I get some emails as well in regards to that, like my finish is thick, like what can I add to it to thin it out, you know. And different manufacturers, a lot of manufacturers don't want you to add anything to it, but some do. But anyway, Stoploss bags, if you're not using them, you should be. So that's it. I just wanted to do a quick little video on this so that I can point people to it in the future when I get these questions. I am not affiliated with Stoploss bags, and I am not affiliated with Waterlux either, but I certainly would love it if either one of them would sponsor my channel so that my subscribers could get some discount codes. All right, well, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the short little video, and we'll see you at the next one.